Hey guys, so this video will be a guide on how to get started for internships for those who are interested, who have just started applying or are thinking about applying. I am Sturdy Thoughts or Kieran. I've done 3 internships already at the age of 19. I've been offered an internship 6 times. The first time I ever applied for anything was a degree apprenticeship, which I got rejected from. And now when I apply for something, I usually know if I'm going to get an offer from that company. I do university content, which started off as funny skits and a bit about my internship life, to which I just got loads of questions on how to get started with internships. What is an internship? An internship is basically a short-term experience working a 9 to 5 at that company or organization. A company will give students an 8 to 10 week opportunity to work alongside a team in that company, gain so much valuable experience about not only that workplace, that business, that organization, that job role, but also about yourself, how you budget your money, your punctuality, your discipline. I've probably learned more in 1 week of internships than I have in 2 years of university. A 9 to 5 or an internship is one of the best paths you can take. A lot of the younger generation are being told you have to go straight into being a millionaire at 18, 19 years old. You can't work a 9 to 5, it's rat race, it's matrix. As I said, I've probably learned more in 1 week of internships than I have in 2 years of university. I see a 9 to 5 as a vehicle to financial success. And in terms of budgeting, in terms of thinking about taxes, pension, about saving your money, investing your money, having good financial knowledge about your income, your expenses. As soon as I started my first internship, I was budgeting immediately. I'm going to split myself £400 for the week for food, groceries, because I know that I'm making the money. Suddenly, £10 is worth an hour of your time. In my 2 years of university, I don't think I ever budgeted once. Probably the biggest lesson that I've learned is how valuable your time is now. Currently, after work, I don't have much time to do anything that I like or to work on my side hustles because you have your 9 to 5 and you have your 5 to 9. 4 hours to get ready for work the next day and to fit in everything that you can outside of work. When you're in university, you think you have all the free time in the world, but school comes, college or sixth form comes and goes, university comes and then it goes, and once that's finished, you'll be in a 9 to 5, and if you haven't prepared now with internships, you'll be thrown into something which won't give you enough time to think about your future life ahead. Internships is definitely one of the best ways to know about this. Start as soon as possible. Don't let social media tell you you can't do a 9 to 5. You have to go straight into hustling, no university, no internship, no work. Use it as a safe way to generate income, to learn about life. Most of you watching probably have little to no work experience, and to get your first internship is the hardest because you have to convince a recruiter you're capable and competent enough to do well in an internship without having any prior experience. But just because you don't have an internship doesn't mean you don't have any experience at all. Get as much experience on there as possible. Any societies that you've joined and hopefully become the committee of, which is always free to do. Coding projects which I've done through school, through my work experience. There's so many websites where you can get free work experience virtual at big named prestigious companies in under a day, such as theforage.com. The first important documents that you need when applying for internships: your CV, your LinkedIn, your personal portfolio. These are all sections of your personal branding, everything that you throw at the recruiter to increase your chances of getting any internship. The second thing you'll need is a good mindset. Internships are competitive. For the job role that I'm currently working at, 100,000 people applied for. I think I was the top 0.5% of people that got accepted. So one of the reasons the place that I'm currently working at is so competitive was because of the other benefits the company provide outside of the salary. For example, some of the perks you want to look out for. You of course want to apply for a place which is close to home so you get as much free time as possible. The company that I'm currently working at, they offer a free gym, which is definitely my personal favorite. You want to be looking for mentorship and other growth and learning opportunities. Some companies don't actually provide much learning opportunities for you to excel beyond your internship. You want to be looking for a return offer for you to keep on working at that company once the internship is complete, if you do well in the internship. The company that I currently work at lets us test drive some of their newest vehicles. An internship that I worked at beforehand gave us free hot chocolate, tea, coffee, as well as free lunch. To me, is also a big bonus because I want to save as much money as possible, and food costs, of course, are a huge part. If it's free, that's basically part of your salary. And the free hot chocolate, I rinsed about 4 times a day. The opportunities for so much growth, for so much fun, for so much flexibility to get to work from home, hybrid, remote working. Now, when you start applying for places, or if you've already started applying for places, you'll know that there are 4 parts to the application process. The application stage, which involves handing in your CV, these 200-word questions that just quickly tell the company that you're passionate about it. That's usually the easy part of the process, which can later be automated. A huge part about applying is your mentality. You need to start early. You need to be applying before it gets too late into the year, where competition is high and you're balancing your exams whilst applying for internships. Apply as soon as you can when competition is low. You don't have to worry about not getting an internship for the rest of the academic year, and you have a strong mindset going into it because you're already used to rejection. You're used to applying. It's just another part of the journey. Many people can't be bothered to apply. They leave it too late into the year. A few months before internships even begin, they're questioning, will they get an internship? And even if late into the year you still haven't got an internship, you know exactly what your weaknesses are because you've applied for so many places and you've got that recurring feedback. The next part about the application process is the assessment stage. This is usually a quick, easy game-based assessment. The interview stage. The scariest stage by far for most people. I was terrified of interviews. It took me so much practice, and that's what you'll need, practice. One day, interviews go from being the scariest thing in the world to just talking normally to another person. Interviews are so easy because they're not technical. It just assesses your ability to talk to somebody. And I'm sure every single one of you can talk to people normally. When you get to that stage, I guarantee you'll pass every interview. First thing you need to do is just practice interviews. Mock interviews with your friends and your family. You can always hire a mentor online. Make sure you ask questions at the end because so many people are putting themselves down by trying to hurry the interview up and avoid asking those necessary questions which show you're enthusiastic and keen about the role. The final chance to make that good lasting impression, make interviews informal. Ask the interviewer, what's your name? How are you? Simple questions to make the interviewer like you, because that is the purpose of an interview, to show that you're competent and to show that you're a likable person. The last stage is an assessment center, which I'll get into in another video in depth. Once you've passed all those stages, you've secured your first internship. From there on, it's easy. That is basically the basics and the fundamentals of internships, why you should apply for one, and what the application process is basically like. I've started a community which you're either watching the video from, or I'll leave a link in the bio. And the reason you might be struggling will be different from the reason somebody else is struggling. I will be dropping new videos based on the questions that I get to make it as quick and as easy as possible, just to be motivated through that long application search, what to do if you have absolutely no prior experience at all, how to build your LinkedIn profile, and finally what to do whilst you're at university to make the most out of these careers fairs. Once you have that knowledge, getting an internship becomes so easy.